From the Peters Media Center on the campus of Oakwood University, this is the OUABJ News Alumni Special. Good evening and welcome. I am your host, Nate Taylor.
And I am Jemina Louis-Ferdinand. For the first time, Alumni Homecoming is being celebrated as a week-long event under the theme Much More Than Enough.
Before we start, we want to let you know that this program is brought to you by the Broadcast Journalism Program, the Oakwood University of Black Journalists, and Oak Tree Beaststro.
Celebrating their class reunion are the classes of the 4th and the 9th. Class of 1974 donated over $50,000 as they celebrate 50 years.
Yes, it is contributions like these that keep the doors of Oakwood open. Alumni, donors, and friends turned up at the annual Blue and Gold Gala to make their contributions. OUABJ Jemina Louis-Ferdinand tells us more.
Welcome to our annual Blue and Gold Gala.
Oakwood University held its annual scholarship fundraising gala on March 28th. It was an opportunity for alumni not only to get together, but also to make a financial difference in students' lives.
To be able to come and support Oakwood students means that we're building foundations, and so they can go forward and build, so we all stand on top of each other. And we do that by helping each other.
The event was open not only to alumni, but also to organizations and donors who trust Oakwood's mission and commitment to helping students in need.
And although we're not alumni, we believe in the mission and we therefore act as alumni. And so those who believe in the mission will support the university.
Students testified to the importance of these scholarships in the pursuit of their dreams.
This scholarship means that I will continue my education and pursue my dream. Without this scholarship, I can't be here today.
As some universities close their doors and others lose their accreditation, Oakwood University wants to remind donors that their contributions keep the university alive.
This type of event will help us to realize that what we have in our hands is a very fragile stewardship, and that unless we take it with utmost seriousness, we could be that headline one day. That's not what we want. We want to make sure that our institution not only survives, but thrives.
I am Jemina Louis-Ferdinand for OUABJ.
I'm so grateful for what our alum and friends do to support our students.
Oh yes, they are touching life in a remarkable way.
Absolutely. Every year, alumni travel from far and near to reminisce on their college days and catch up with old friends during the alumni celebration. OUABJ Trinia Blackman spoke with some alum, and here's what they have to say.
On Friday, March 29th,
a few alum of the Communication Department gathered to meet current Oakwood students. This weekend is Oakwood's Alumni Weekend, a special homecoming celebration for alumni. This weekend is packed with concerts, parades, and other activities for students and alumni to enjoy. One alum I spoke with says that coming back to Huntsville and Oakwood is a time for them to reflect.
It gave me an opportunity to just really reflect. So last night when I came in, I passed by the Chamber of Commerce and I was saying to myself, I worked there back in 2005. I got to start a young professional organization for the city of Huntsville. So it just lets me reflect on the accomplishments, because sometimes as you get older, you'll see this. You do so much that you don't take the time to just pause and acknowledge acknowledge what just happened.
The mixer took place at the Leroy and Lois Peters Media Center, who some students were fortunate enough to meet. Mr. and Mrs. Peters have donated well over $1 million to Oakwood University. That money has gone into the very building that communication students use today. I got the chance to speak with the couple, and Miss Peters explained that it was her faith that helped her pay.
And so I asked God, I said, did you send this man down here to ask me for $750,000? And I asked the guy that, and he said, yeah, God told me to ask you. And then the Lord told me how it could be done. And how we could do it over time, that we didn't have to come up with the money, and that he'd make sure it happened. Because we own our own businesses, and he blessed us, multiplied it.
Students at the Communication Department thank her and other alum for coming to this event. I'm Trinia Blackman with OUABJ News.
Wow, I feel like singing, I feel like dancing.
Wow, what's going on?
I just realized that in a few weeks, I will no longer be a student, I will be an alumna. Wow.
That's true. That's reason to celebrate. That's reason to celebrate.
I am so excited about it. And the Alumni Relations department is tracking alumni who are making an impact and applauding their effort with an Oakwood honors. Let's take a look with OUABG Abigail Foster.
Alumni Homecoming, for the first time, is honoring the legacy of its youngest honoree and a special recognition of one honoree who never attended. This was during its annual Oakwood Honors program.
Wow, being the youngest honoree makes me feel amazing. So thank you to the university, thank you to Dr. Pollard and Alumni Association. This means so much to me. Thank you so much.
Meet Lois Peters, one of this year's honoree who is excited about this special recognition, though she never studied at Oakwood. However, she considers Oakwood students among the finest globally and is consistently investing in their development.
These are some of the most brilliant Black minds that I have seen around the world. We're the leaders, the brilliance of the students, the ideas and thoughts that they come up with. I just think it's phenomenal to see all of this brain power in one place of this Black brain.
Each year, the university honors innovative alumni who are making their mark around the world.
We've been celebrating our alums who have done amazing things in giving and in world impact. And those are really, really the two benchmark measurements and criteria that we look for when we select, the team selects an Oakwood honor.
Tracking the impact of those who departed and are serving, I am Abigail Foster for OUABJ.
There is so much more that takes place during Alumni Homecoming. We will tell you more after this break.
This is Oak 3 Beaststro, the only vegetarian bistro in Huntsville, offering a wide array of signature sandwiches and smoothies, mouth-watering salads, soups, and tasty desserts made from farm-fresh ingredients. Our friendly and efficient staff is waiting to take your order. Come taste and see. Choose which pickup option works best for you. Come in-house, use our pickup option, and enjoy the beautiful ambiance of our outdoor seating while you chill with friends. Or simply have your order delivered to you via DoorDash. Having an event? Leave the catering to us. Our store is open Sunday to Thursday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., Fridays 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Find us inside Oakwood Farms Market at 5001 Adventist Boulevard Northwest, Huntsville, Alabama 35806. Call us today at 256-726-7121. Our dishes always leave you wanting more.
Welcome back to OUABJ News. It is our Alumni Homecoming Special. For over 40 years, WOCG, now WJLU, has been inspiring listeners across the Tennessee Valley.
Today, many journalists, radio personalities, and media practitioners point to WJLU as the place where their communication skills were honed and developed, as the station served as a launching pad for their careers.
During this year's homecoming, the station staged an open house for alumni and friends to meet the faces behind the voices and tour its facilities. OUABJ Tyler Edgar has the story.
On March 28th to the 29th, WJOU Praise 90.1 FM hosted an open house during Oakwood University's Alumni Weekend. The radio station received a variety of guests, including Oakwood University's president, Leslie Pollard, who were given a tour of the station and an outline of how everything operates. Some of the guests were interviewed and shared the impact that the radio station has had on them and how often they tune in.
I listen to WJLU every morning in my commute to work. It's a short drive, but in the morning time, we are always rushing, trying to get the kids up, get everyone dressed, and out the door to get to work on time. So to have that moment of peace and joy and worship experience that I don't always get to have before going to work is the pinnacle of my day.
One of our reporters on the scene was able to get an interview with Donna Baker, the general manager of WJOU, who expressed the goals and aspirations of the station.
So the mission of WJLU is to transform lives through Christian music, spoken word, and community engagement. So this includes all of the wonderful things that we have on our station. The Christian experience is just a way to extend our ministry to individuals in our community.
As WJOU continues to develop, the radio station remains devoted to community outreach and continues to stand by their goal to encourage and uplift listeners. I'm Tyler Edgar for ABJ.
Nate, what are you doing?
I'm training for the athletic program tryouts.
No, I think you are actually late because the semester is almost done.
Really?
Yes. We have just 2 weeks left, but you can continue to train for maybe next semester.
Okay.
The athletic program at Oakwood University is leading several sporting activities to get the alumni moving during homecoming. Alumni face current student in soccer. OUABJ Nate Taylor was keeping score and has the story.
On the last day of Alumni Weekend, Oakwood held their second annual Alumni versus Students soccer game. The event was the idea of Oakwood alumni's Tyrone Douglas and Anthony Walker.
I don't know if this has happened previously, but last year was the first year, and it really came out of just the energy of Alumni Weekend and the reality that football, soccer, has been a major part of the Oakwood experience, and I think it was great that we could kick it off last year and then this year build on it.
Raphael Cindy, who plays for the university's team, was a beneficiary of the game as he scored 2 goals.
So it was fun, actually. It was really fun. It's throughout this semester I haven't played a game with my teammates, so coming together to play with my teammate was amazing. The feeling of scoring goals was just amazing because I actually miss it. But the event in general, it was good. It was really good, yeah.
But it was the alumni that came out with the victory, as they were led by Ricardo Reed.
It was a lovely experience. This is my first time, coming out to this event. My teammates invite me out, just to come, join the team. So it was a really good experience. I liked the turnout, and it was really fun playing.
But having fun over the game they loved was not the sole purpose for why people gathered together on Sunday morning. The soccer program needs support.
We need some equipment for the students, so that's why we planned this. The alumni was able to donate a lot of funds. Now we're at a stage where we have the players, now we just need the funding.
Thankfully, the improvement of the soccer program at Oakwood may come sooner than fans think, as Douglas is not planning for the annual alumni game to cease anytime soon.
We expect there's going to be a fiction, man. The side of the pitch going to be rum out. People going to be here having a good time. But more than that, we want our male and female players to come back, bring their cleats, as they would say, or we would say Bermuda, their boots, and join us every single year. So we're excited about where it's going.
I'm Nate Taylor, OUABJ.
Joining us right now is Mr. Emil Parker, Director of Oakwood Alumni Relations. Good evening, Mr. Parker.
Good evening, good evening.
Thank you so much for being with us right now.
Thank you, thank you.
So we have experienced alumni. It was an amazing program, but we really want to know what is the Director of Alumni Relations is doing? What is your role?
Well, one of the main things that we do is we engage our alums, however that looks like. We launched Alumni Homecoming with basically different events, things on health, things on authors and writers of alums. Catching them some way in our net of engagement is what the Office of Alumni Relations really tries to do.
Okay, great, great. And we have seen that this year there was a slight change because instead of being a weekend homecoming program, it was a week long. So what made you decide to just change it this year?
Well, actually, correction, we have been doing that for the last 3 years. We just really promoted the week celebration this year. We have been on the last 3 years all week, trying to get events closer to the previous Sunday has been our goal. We're just wanting alums to come for the whole week of celebration, and that was the origin of that.
Okay, all right. One of the initiatives that was mentioned during Alumni Homecoming is the Standing in the Gap program. So for those who don't know what is this program about, can you just explain more about it and as well, share how can people be a part of it?
Excellent, excellent. Well, before I forget, you can just simply go to give.oakwood.edu. Standing in the Gap is basically, it's a number in which we have calculated that most of our students that are stopping out, that are having to go home because they cannot financially clear, it's about $10,000. And if you calculate that for the whole year, clearing all the students that are leaving because they don't have the funds. It's that standing in the gap, that piece of financial support in the form of scholarships that they need to stay and graduate. And that's standing in the gap. And we need alums to give to Standing in the Gap. And they can just simply go to give.oakwood.edu, and it's right there. If you even type in a gap, it comes right up.
Okay, great. So you know how to give. And now I know it can be maybe too soon to ask, but what will Alumni 2025 will be?
Well, you know, we had a total of 42 events this year. Will we have that many next year? I don't know. Our planning, our speaker selection, our honoree selection is germinating. We're beginning that process. We will have 40 Under 40 again next year. We're releasing its nomination in the 1st of May. But we're not going to reveal quite our theme and everything probably until the fall. But wait for it, get ready. It's going to be amazing.
Oof, I cannot wait because it will be my first alumni as an alum. Yes, I am really excited about it.
This is good, this is good, this is good.
Yes, so thank you so much for joining us tonight. It was a pleasure to have you here and to just give you the opportunity to share what is alumni about.
Oh, can I say one thing?
Absolutely.
The 5s and 10s, it's your year next year. 5s and 10s, it's your year next year to get ready to be celebrated.
Great. Thank you so much, Mr. Parker. Thank you so much. And the Oakwood University Caribbean Association wants the university community to expect something more this weekend. Let's see. Thank you so much. Really? I was so stupid.
That's all for tonight, everyone. On behalf of our professor, Dr. Dwayne Cheddar,
our sponsors, Octree Beaststro and graphic editor Marcus Anderson,
and the entire production team, thank you for joining us for the Alumni Homecoming Special. I am Nate Taylor.
And I am Jemina Luferdina. Thank you for tuning in.